Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hooked Podcast, episode number 6. My name is Dumpy, joined as always by my co-host Augie RFC.
Let's go, we're here!
And Aiden Projects.
What's good?
Okay, so what the fuck was that shit? Because it's like, I do that intro, nice, high energy intro. Augie hits him with the, let's go, we're back. And
Hell
then you
yeah.
said hi or whatever. What'd you say? What was that?
I didn't even say hi.
You're like, we're back or something. Like, what the fuck was that shit?
I didn't say that either.
Where's the? Oh, that's I forgot because it was that shit. So what the fuck was that shit?
I just said, what's good?
Dude, it's because Aiden doesn't believe in this project, okay? But you know what? We're fucking here. We're back, okay? Everybody thought, oh, Hooked came back for episode 5. I bet they're not gonna post again last episode of 2023. Very funny, fuckheads. Well, guess what? We're back, and not only are we back, couple show notes at the beginning of the show, we're on Spotify. So make sure if you're listening to us on Spotify, on the radio, in the car, you know, look at your phone while you're driving.
Yeah.
Give us a 5-star review.
And give us a 5-star
Mow down
rating.
a family of 5.
Exactly. Give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Give us some nice positive feedback. Coming up on Apple Podcasts soon. So yeah, check us out over there. But boys, we're back on the. Did you guys think we'd make it this far? We're here again. Like, that's fucking insane. Even though Aiden doesn't believe in this project, okay, we'll fucking we'll persevere, okay, guys.
I'm the only one that believes in this project.
No, you're not.
It's debatable.
No, you're not. When I think about the year 2037, I think about the Hooked Podcast, not even studio, fucking headquarters, the Hooked Podcast Tower. Okay, at the very top, we have this huge suite. We all have our Shure SM7B microphones. We have a producer clicking the different camera fucking shits. We have fucking Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber. It's gonna make millions of dollars. We're gonna sell out to the Hollywood elite. Okay, so
We're gonna
first
have a
topic.
Hooked Podcast cam studio, Andrew Tate style. We're gonna have 70 different models
yes.
coming in.
That
would
will
be
not
sick.
be happening.
By the way, the Hooked
but
Podcast, episode 7, we're going to be trying our best shot at the whatever podcast format. We're going to be bringing a bunch of whores on. Me, Dumpy, and Aiden are going to be here IRL. We're going to be asking them, what's
God.
your body count? We're going to be asking them personal questions about their sex life and then berating them for being filthy degenerates. You know, we're going to have a lot of fun next episode, so be on the lookout for that one.
yeah, I'm gonna become Matan. I'm just gonna be like, name 10 books. And then we'll just,
Yeah, exactly. Aiden's gonna be there. I'm gonna be like that guy. Dude, you know who's that? What's that guy's name on the whatever podcast? Brian or whatever, the weird guy that's like.
Oh, the guy's like 45 years old and he has
Yeah.
like he's like super tan and he sits next to the guy who looks like he smuggles drugs across the border.
Yeah, literally, dude. Who the fuck is that? I want to be like that guy when I grow up. All right.
Me too. I think he's like actually like 20 something, but he looks so old in his face. He looks like I'll put a picture on screen right here.
we're on Spotify. We're on a podcast. We can't put
radio
pictures
If you're an
listeners,
on
audio listener, use your fucking imagination. Okay?
Yes, exactly. You know, people listen to this show while they're driving to work every morning. Do you know that?
I know now. I know now.
That terrifies me. I think that the people in their workplace should look into their coworkers. Maybe file a report with Human Services.
Dude, I
Probably
don't
at
mean to
risk.
say, so I will say, if you are a Spotify listener and, you know, I said the whole thing, picture on screen now, what I want you to do, you're driving to work, you're driving somewhere, go on YouTube, on your phone, try your best to, like, you know, look at your phone, look at traffic, and just survive, you know, use your survival instincts, but you need to see that picture. Because
We're gonna
very
get someone
important.
killed. We're the Hooked podcast. The Hooked podcast is gonna have like a body count of like 15 after
And matter
this
of
fucking
fact,
show.
while you're at it, you know, crack open a cold one too.
Yes.
While you're
once.
driving. While you're
driving on
You know-
the interstate.
I was telling Dumpy about this last night, right? There's apparently this Smash Bros. Pro player that recently got banned. Now, you might be thinking, oh, a Smash player that got banned? What did they do? Fuck a kid? Probably. But that's not why they got banned. The reason why they got banned is because he was driving while live streaming on Twitch. He had like an open case of like vodka, and he was just taking swigs while obviously drunk, right? Just taking swigs on Twitch. They permabanned him, not just from Twitch, but from all Smash Bros. Tournaments, and completely ruined his professional career. It's like he made this boneheaded move, but he also had his whole life destroyed. So I don't know, dude. You can't be any worse than that guy, okay? You know, you can crack open a cold one. Just don't, you know, don't drink to excess while on the road, right? But it's okay to break the rules every now and again, you know?
Literally 1984. It's okay to break the rule. The people who are like, it's okay to have fun, break the rules every once in a while, are the people who end up like hitting a car and killing 3 people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Should we announce the launch of the Hooked Discord? I'm just kidding. You guys
That
got
is-
so excited. The audience got so excited. They're like,
The
oh my
groomer
God.
lab-
I'm 54 years old. I can finally go in there with my anime profile picture and get some girls. Oh, no. Okay, there will be
this
no...
is not.
You know what I just
This is not
did?
this is not the Flamenco Discord server.
What
we're not
the
opening a
fuck?
grooming lounge.
You know what I did? You know what I just did? I just fucked ourselves so hard because as this podcast grows, more people will hear what I just said, and they're like, well, you know, if there's not going to be an official Hooked podcast Discord, why can't I make an unofficial one? And they're going to go and fucking
Do not
find-
encourage them.
They're
Do
going to
not
find
encourage
all
them.
the information of all the little, like, 16-year-old... Oh, it's over. It's
Okay,
over.
all right.
Let me tell you a story, dude. That literally happened to me on my channel, right? You know, I had the RFC server. Long story short, a bunch of fucking pedophiles came in, started spamming a bunch of shit, so we had to
You
close
invited
it
them.
down. No. That did
You
not
invited.
happen.
It's the people you hang around with. You're like, I love flamenco. I
Oh,
love
wasn't-
Boy
shut the
Soprano.
dude. Listen, all right. A bunch of anonymous fucking pedophiles came in and just started spamming, so we had to close it down, right? But my fans created an unofficial RFC server, and you know what they started doing in there? What were they just talking about the show? Just talk about the topics, a free forum discussion? No, they were sharing nudes with each other. Like they had a section of the server dedicated to just showing their naked bodies, ass, balls, dicks, pussy, everything. All right, it was all for them to share and see. It was filthy. It was like a giant. It was like Sneako's fucking swinger party, but on Discord. And for some reason, they put my name in the server. It was fucking horrifying, dude. So no, we're not doing a Hooked podcast server. If we do an official one, we're gonna become Turkey Tom, right? You guys, y'all see what happened to Tom's Discord server a couple months ago?
Explain. Go tell the story because a lot of people don't know.
Oh my
and
God.
We want to get this as long as possible,
Dude.
so go into that.
Just give more ammo to flamenco.
I
He literally tried to use that against Tom, by the
No,
way.
no,
If you
no,
tell,
no,
if
no,
you
no,
tell
no.
the actual story, then he has no fucking ammo because he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so tell the goddamn story now.
Listen, okay, listen. I'm sticking up for Tom because he did nothing wrong here. The problem,
He didn't.
well, he did one thing wrong. Tom mods
Make
the
Smack laugh.
worst. The worst fucking people, and I'm not even talking about Smaggle, dude. I don't even know who they are. I blocked them from my memory. But Tom's
Me too.
mods literally just sit there and they just play chicken with the pedophiles. Like they just sit there and there's like these pedophiles in the server talking to fucking random people or whatever, right? The mods learn about this and they just start playing with the pedophiles. They start fucking with them, but not banning them and allowing them to stay in the fucking server, right? So then news gets out, oh, there's pedophiles in Tom's server, and he knows about this, and his mods aren't doing anything about this, so therefore Tom's a pedophile, which is a completely dishonest fucking attack. And sure enough, I mean, we know some of the people that were leading these attacks, Lolicon Twitter. I don't want to say the F word because it might flare Aiden up, but you know the guy. But
What? Flare me up.
Well, Aiden's a reformed gay man. I think Aiden was actually because Aiden came into this YouTube game very young, and I think he surrounded himself with a lot of these like weirdo people.
What is-
And I think they convinced Aiden at a very young age, like, Aiden, I'm gay. You're gay. We're the same. And I think Aiden did.
they
get
tricked
groomed
his
on
young,
Discord
manipulative
very
mind.
young into being a homosexual, which I met him as a homosexual. Now he's a heterosexual. So,
Right. So that,
Aiden, thoughts on
I-
that? Thoughts on your sexuality? Because
What? Why is this wasn't on the topic docket?
Sometimes we go a little off course. It's okay, it's the nature of the show. We're back on the Hooked podcast, boys. 5-star reviews on Spotify. All right, and what is
Drop
on the
a like.
docket?
drop a like on YouTube. Was that gay? I'm sorry. Aiden, what's on the docket, dude? Come on, let's go.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, to nobody's surprise, we have got a story coming out of, where does he live now? Like Nevada or California?
He lives in
related,
the fucking hospital. I think.
related. You don't even know who I'm talking about, so shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
arrest
we
you
are
here.
talking. We are
Nice one, buddy.
talking.
Shut the fuck up, pussy. Shut the. I will
All right,
literally
chat.
smash
You know
your
what?
head
You know what?
in.
We
I
might as
will
well change.
skull
Let's just change the
crush
name of
your
this
fucking
podcast
head.
from Hook to the Dumpy Talks Over Everybody show. Because
Yeah.
I think it's just a show
Dumpy.
where everybody
The guy
tries to
Every
talk.
single time
The
I
guy that
talk,
talks the
every
least.
single time, every single time I try to say anything with the call with Aiden, it's always like, oh yeah, I mean, then he just fucking derails it, takes over. I do it one time, so you're a little bitch ass.
Can I
And then you try to call it
introduce
the
one
dumpy
topic?
Talking show. Go ahead.
I can? Okay, thank you for your permission.
Listen to these little
welcome back,
sissies.
everybody, to the Dumpy Talks Over Everybody show. So, our first topic, I believe coming out of Nevada, if that's where he lives now, he unfortunately had to move, is related to Eat That Pussy 445, EDP.
Oh, the person I was gonna talk about. Yeah.
So,
exactly. Fuck you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he has done
steamy in
it
here.
again. After a few years ago, you guys might not remember. Well, everybody knows about the cupcake scandal where he got like a bunch of predator hunters, amateur predator hunters, lured him into a trap where he thought he was meeting up with like 13, 14-year-old girl. He got caught, claimed he was just going to look for a cupcake.
Was sending his shit to her.
Wait, hold on. Something I need to point out, because what everyone forgets about that situation is that situation, the viral one, occurred right after the release of like 8 other allegations involving real minors.
That's true.
He was using not there was this one thing where he tried to meet up with what he thought was a 14-year-old, but luckily there was no real kid at the other end. What everyone forgets is there were situations he was involved in where there were real kids at the other end. He was using his position to message fans, and there were nudes exchanged between them. At least I think like 8 other times, in addition to this one time where he tried to actually meet up with somebody. Well, recently, this serial predator that has somehow just avoided jail because of the incompetence of everybody that's involved in exposing him, and nobody official or involved in law enforcement actually doing anything about this. He met up with Gideon. He was going to get dialysis. I don't know if he has kidney failure or something, but he was going to a dialysis center. And Gideon, dressed as a cupcake, confronted EDP because he got exposed by another real victim.
Oh.
It wasn't like Gideon lured him. There was a real girl that he was caught being explicit with that he met through the Gideon Discord server. So Gideon confronted him a month ago. Gideon just released this, and now it's come out again. So my question is, this is clearly a guy who he's lost everything. He's lost his job. He tried to work for Grubhub, Uber Eats, Lyft. All of that got taken from him. They found out who he was. He had to move states. He got evicted, had to file for a name change. He's lost everything. Yet he is still going back and doing this shit again. And you know what that's very indicative of? Somebody that has no self-control. Somebody that has no control of their urges. This guy is incredibly dangerous. He will do this again because clearly his life being ruined isn't enough to deter him. And this guy is a danger, a menace to society, and he needs to be thrown in a cage and locked away forever because this is just ridiculous at this point.
I agree with everything you just said. However, I do have to point this one thing out because you mentioned Gideon, right? And this is what I was thinking when I was watching Gideon stream. How is he not at some level, I'm not saying responsible, okay? But the reason why EDP was even in that server in the first place was because Gideon invited him there because 2 months ago, they were going to do a Rumble exclusive live stream, like he was going to interview EDP, and that fell through. It never happened, right? But because EDP was still in there, in that server, full of actual children, Gideon fans, right? Now all of a sudden, this giant safety risk, Gideon's getting a free pass for this, right? But I don't think so.
Oh my God.
I'm being dead serious right now, right? Because if Tom was going to get all this fucking false shit, right, for having a Discord server where grooming took place.
But Tom shouldn't have gotten shit.
I know
it was
Tom
wrong
shouldn't
to
have
give
gotten
Tom shit.
But the only reason EDP was in there was because Gideon brought him in there, right? And then EDP wasn't banned. Why would Gideon bring him into a server full of fucking children? That's like a giant safety risk.
So first of all, Gideon inviting him wouldn't have changed anything, because if EDP was looking for kids or looking to join Discord servers with kids, he could have joined either way. He could have joined in an alt under a false name. Gideon's invite, hold on. Gideon invited EDP to do an interview, right, in this server. EDP, if he was looking for more victims, he had multiple routes to do that. And yeah, unfortunately, if there is like a little blame on Gideon, like sure, but I think it's like so insignificant. Like I think that this is...
I don't think it's that insignificant because to address your point there, right? Yes, I'm saying, you're saying EDP would have groomed other people, sure, right? But Gideon inviting EDP to that server proves that Gideon knew EDP was in that fucking server. Why wasn't he thrown out? Especially if the interview never took place. Or if the interview did take place, why wouldn't he be thrown out afterwards, knowing that there's real fucking children in that server, right? If I brought a fucking open pedophile into my Discord server, my career would be fucking over, okay? And we all know that's true.
Okay, first of all, I don't think anyone's career should be ended over that because I think it was honestly
I don't think so either, but we know that's what would happen.
Okay, that doesn't make it right.
I'm just saying, man. It's just crazy to me that Gideon's like, there's just getting no fucking
Also,
even slight
you did the
pushback.
same thing. Why is it that Flamenco was able to co-host at least 3
Okay,
additional?
that is
Wait,
are you
hold
being
on. I need to
serious
bring this
right now?
up.
This is the most
I need to
bad
bring this
faith
up.
fucking
I need
argument
to
of
bring
all
this
time.
up. I need to bring this up.
But Flamenco.
Why was
Flamenco?
long oh, he's spurging. He's been found out. Long after the Boy Soprano allegations came out, Flamenco was able to co-host at least 3 additional RFC live streams.
Oh, you went back and you counted. Very interesting.
At least 3. It's probably more than that. Potentially
Oh, so you're making
exposing
shit up.
him. No, I
Flamenco
just
was
know
removed
for
as a co-host before that happened. FYI. And that's
I don't know
provable.
about that one.
I think that is
I don't know
provable.
about that one.
Now I'm not saying he wasn't
I don't
on
know
the
about
show
that one.
afterwards, right? But as an official co-host, he wasn't a co-host then. But what are you even
Official-
bringing this point up? You're just skewing the conversation, right? I bring up a valid valid criticism of Gideon, and you're like, well, Flamenco is a co-host. That doesn't make any sense.
So, would we be at fault? Remember back in the day when everyone kept Onision around when we were interviewing him? If he had gone and like
In
groomed
their
one of your
servers?
fans,
Who was keeping him around? Wait, what are you talking about?
was he not in your server?
No, I've never spoken to Onision. What the fuck are you saying?
Literally the only
That's
reason
all
I met
this guy
Onision
does.
was
He
through
just
you.
makes
He just
up these false
lies, and
things
there
in his
you go.
fucking head, and he just spreads it
I met
around.
Onision through you. I have the DMs.
Okay, post them right now, bitch, because that did not happen. What the fuck
Post
are you,
the
Nick?
DMs.
Now, Nick.
Post the DMs.
Now, Nick
Okay.
Diorio used to talk to Onision in the context of
Oh yeah, it
fucking
might have been Nick.
interviewing
It might have
him.
been Nick. It might have been
You're
Oh,
Nick.
such a
now it's
liar.
Nick. Now it's Nick. Now
You're
it's Nick.
such a fucking
You're
liar.
a Weasley little fucking liar.
How do
dude.
you think I met Onision?
By the way, Diorio's going to be on the next week's show, so be on the lookout for that, everyone. Just be on the lookout for that.
Gideon is innocent, and I hate that we need to take like strong, independent creators like this and try and beat them down and remove their
Just
success.
say black, dude. What the fuck?
Okay, that's a really weird
I
thing
mean,
to notice.
you're like, you have to take down the strong black man. No, I'm not taking him
I didn't-
down. I'm not even
whoa,
saying he did
whoa.
anything wrong. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. Well, actually, I am.
That's exactly what. Yeah, that's
Slightly-
exactly what you're saying.
Slightly wrong.
What the fuck are you talking
Look,
about?
I'm not saying he's what I meant to say is I'm not saying he's responsible, right, for EDP grooming, but I'm just saying that is a massive fucking security risk, and any other YouTuber I know that would openly invite a fucking pedophile into their server full of children and just leave them there, and then for an actual grooming situation to happen, would not only get crucified, but it'd probably be fucking game over for them. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, and you guys know that's fucking true. Dumpy, do I have a point here?
Gideon.
Right. Amazing.
With
I'm
that,
sorry, I lost
that
focus because
actually-
I was into the conversation. Now it's all about like, oh, you're fucking calling Gideon out, but it's like you fucking.
Well,
it's like
why is
I don't
Aiden
give a
stealing
fuck.
so hard
that's
for
that's
Gideon?
actually
Holy
that's
shit.
actually that's
Can't call
actually
on
that's actually
Gideon.
that's a perfect point to transition because Too Mad, ladies and gentlemen, Too Mad, despite
Mad's on the docket.
admitting,
What the fuck?
despite
Mad?
admitting,
Let's get Too Mad on. Let's get Too
Can I-
Mad on the
can I-
podcast.
Okay, everybody, the Dumpy Talks are over everybody's show.
Dude, every time Dumpy speaks the least amount of any of us. Like, let let him speak, dude.
I try to just talk a little bit to add additional dialogue, but it's like, oh, it's my time to shine, guys. Like, shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, Too Mad, who is now on trial or about to be on trial in Los Angeles after admitting to numerous wrongdoings in
Oh, he's
regards to
fucked.
a sexual assault case. I spoke to Too Mad extensively about this. I initially believed in his innocence. I am 100%, or actually, I can't say that, 99% sure that he is guilty. And despite this, despite not providing a defense, while the girl, his accuser, has provided numerous recordings, evidence, etc., and he hasn't provided any defense against it, people are still letting this guy like onto these like streams. Like I think he was on like a panel the other day as if he's one of the fucking boys. Like why are we if the problem is allowing people into your communities who have done shit like this, why is everybody like hanging out with Too Mad as though there's not very credible evidence against him? I'm not saying totally crucify him forever as if he's 100% guilty, but be a little cautious.
Well, if he's a rapist, then yeah, right? Wouldn't she do that?
I mean, innocent until proven guilty, right? But
Yeah.
while somebody even if somebody's like on trial and hasn't been convicted yet for something like that, I wouldn't let them, play around my kids, or I wouldn't hang out with them, right? Like,
Was going on a panel show letting them play with your kids? Like, I mean,
that was it was an analogy, okay? It's not. It's not. Sure, it was an extreme analogy.
I think Tumed going on that panel show, quite honestly, opens him up to a lot of children and a lot of vulnerable people. Think about it. Tom was streaming it. There's multiple people streaming it on their own channels. Tumed could easily just like go in the chat and just, scope out one of these people, copy the username, Google it, find the Twitter, DM him, hey, I saw you in the chat, funny stream, right?
Oh,
the girl
no.
says, oh, it was a funny stream. Next thing you know, they're chatting in the DMs, they're friends. Next thing you know, they're on Discord, jerking each other off. I think, Tom is liable for streaming this event with Tumed, right?
Well,
I think
it's
so.
It's adding life support to his already dying career, right? Just let this guy die out, and if he's innocent and gets vindicated, he'll come back.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I don't even know how to say this. Whoever orchestrated the event and invited Tumed on, I believe it was like the day of, or it was really new, right? Like,
I think was the guy.
Whoever it was, that guy fucked up, because Tumed should not be on that. Like, to be honest,
that
with you,
guy
he should not be
just as guilty as Gideon.
As Gideon?
Well,
if you want to bring up
that, that's kind of crazy. Okay, now you're slandering Gideon.
Okay,
what the fuck? Now you're
my
slandering him.
my whole
No,
analogy,
not Tumed. I mean the guy who invited Tumed.
the guy who
on.
invited Tumed on. Yeah, I understand.
You
Yeah,
thought I was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Tumed?
But
No,
the guy
what?
who did the difference is, like, my whole analogy of like, oh, fucking he goes on the chat and finds a kid or whatever. Obviously, I was being hyperbolic when I said that. And Gideon invited EDP to a Discord, so it's definitely different. I don't think it's on the same level, but I feel like both should be criticized.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like Tumed. I never fucking liked the guy. The guy is like a fucking idiot. Okay, not for that reason. No, the guy's a fucking idiot. I remember back in like 2019, Boblax covered his stupid drama with Jameski. If you guys remember that. Oh, Jameski want to go bowling with me. It was so stupid. Summarizing it would be a waste of fucking time. But regardless, the point was, Boblax covered that. Twitter versus. Tumed hits up Boblax and is like, hey man, I don't like having drama around my name. Could you take that down? If you take it down, I'll give you all the dirty little secrets that all the other YouTubers want to keep quiet. I'll give you all the lore. And I was just talking to Boblax about that at the time. I was like, this guy's a fucking scumbag. What the fuck? Then 2 years later, he's making a video why Keemstar should get banned because Keemstar killed Etika, which is a ridiculous talking point. So I've always thought Tumed was a fucking complete moron.
Dude,
now he's a fucking rapist. Like, he literally admitted to it.
I forgot about that video. I remember Tumed made that video. He like had a bunch of roaches, and he's like, "Oh, Keemstar is a roach guy." Yeah, I remember that. He made that stupid fucking video about the Keemstar Etika situation. That was all bullshit, all misinformation. I remember that video when it came out. Yeah, I remember that.
And I mean, Tumed obviously is a talented editor or whatever. I mean, people say he's funny. I've never laughed at a Tumed video, and I can pretty much laugh at anything, but I don't know. I just don't get his fucking humor at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I mean, I've always hated Tumed. I saw a clip of him on Tom's stream where he was like describing what he did. Basically, what he's admitting that he did was he pressured the girl like just nonstop. He's like, look, I have no riz, I'm a fucking retard or whatever. So anytime I was hanging out with this girl, I was like, can you suck me off? Can you blow me? Can you suck me off? Can you suck me off? Can you suck me off? Can you suck my dick? Can you suck my dick? Can you suck my dick? Just nonstop all fucking day, right? So, and then eventually until she buckled and actually did it, right? So he admitted, he was like, look, in his words, he was like, I didn't assault her, but I absolutely pressured the fuck out of her. I mean, it just sounded pretty fucking disgusting. I wouldn't want to be around a guy fucking that crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that was his own admission. That was his own admission too. So it's like, I mean, what else is there? Like, what's the full story?
I mean, at least he's honest. I don't even know if that's a commendable thing there. I mean, his Twitter feed has also been a disaster. He's getting sued now. And we all know, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Tumed is getting fucked. I mean, he is, I don't know if he's going to go to jail, possibly, I guess. I'm not sure, but either way,
he asked me for money. He asked me for money to fund his defense. He's totally fucked. Yeah.
Well, to talk a little bit about, just expose your DMs with him, right? Because I know you've talked to him. Let's hear it, dude.
He said some crazy shit.
What did he say?
King, speak your truth.
Yeah, you want to read through this?
Well, I mean, just like, what do you remember? Yeah, you can read shit, but like, what do you remember him saying that was like the craziest stuff?
Well, it ended he officially cut me off or blocked me the other night, because he had made an agreement with me that if I was to tell him what I knew about the case against him, he would tell me his side, because he wasn't giving me his side. So I was like, he's like, I have this huge story to tell, blah. I'm like, okay, well, you tell me everything if I tell you what I know. And he goes, yeah. So I give it to him, and then he just tells all this redeeming information he has. He just never gives it to me. So I'm like, okay, you're a piece of shit. He doesn't DM me for like a month or two, and then he DMs me like, yo, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Can you like give me money for like my defense or something? And like out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Basically, that he agreed he wouldn't leak our DMs because I didn't really want to be publicly involved in the case. But then he DMs me a few days ago. I'm releasing our DMs now.
Whoa.
He says, or I said, you're reading my DMs? He goes, yeah, your Twitter DMs. I said, why? What the fuck? He's like, to read the allegations. I'm like, you're reading my DMs to you? He's like, yeah. And then he then goes on. I say to him, dude, there's no point. There's nothing left to salvage at this point. Like, everything you're going to read that I've given you doesn't defend you in any way. It's just their side, and you haven't given me anything that, like, proves your innocence or disproves anything she said, which she's provided evidence to support. I said, there's nothing left to salvage, and you don't have a career online anymore. This is the moment where I guess something snapped in his mind, because he then goes into... Yes, I do, lol. You're projecting. I go, okay, you might actually be in denial. He's like, I'm in denial because I'm not taking your recommendation of certain defeat. And then he's like, is this like the kill yourself monologue? Why are you so pessimistic? You're telling me to give up? I said, yeah. He's like, well, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. It isn't a good one. It's a sad one, actually. Your route is worse. I guess he interpreted this somehow as me telling him to kill himself.
Great.
He's like, you're claiming that the majority of people hate me, but you can't back this up at all. I'm like, dude, look at any of your reply. Like, what do you mean the majority of, like, does he, in his mind, he thinks he has support from the majority?
Yeah. I don't know. He's in a very strange position because he's been off YouTube for so long that his fan base was already dead. But then on top of this, once the allegations came out, nobody had any real reason to support him. Although, I don't know. I mean, he's been on Tom's streams a lot. I haven't watched any of his talks to Tom other than just clips. Does the chat like him there? I mean...
Nobody likes him. He's
back.
crazy. They just talk about how
seen
crazy he is. They just talk about how crazy he is.
This is the thing about the internet, though, right? Literally everybody can have a redemption regardless of whether they deserve it or not. Like, anybody. I fully believe you can commit any fucking crime and have a fan base. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I mean, EDP, I know we just talked about that, right? EDP.
Great example.
Dude, he was live on TikTok the other day in front of 40,000 viewers with a positive chat, raking in hundreds of dollars in donations, despite the new allegations against him, right?
Is that real?
Yes, that is fully real. Like, on TikTok,
Okay.
Unless the CCP is fucking funding him to make us look better, I don't understand it, but he has a fucking fan base. So, once I saw that, I mean, I already believed anybody can have a chance, but that just confirmed my viewpoint. So, Tumat can absolutely stay on YouTube and be fine, unless he gets fucking banned. But that doesn't mean that that's right.
Shit. All right. Well, there you go. That's the Tumat stuff.
What else is going on? What else is in the docket, boys?
Family vloggers.
Yes.
I think everybody remembers back
Fuck
in the
'em.
day the Daddy05 situation where he basically got those streams. I got to admit, when I was in those videos, I watched them in middle school, and I was a kid, so I didn't necessarily see anything wrong with it at the time. In hindsight, like, his kids would be on video, he'd be yelling at them, and his son would be like, I want to hurt myself, and he'd like be like, shut up, and he'd film it and post it and get hundreds of thousands of views and mostly support, right?
Yeah.
And now in hindsight, everybody looks back at that like that was child abuse, and I agree. When you're a kid, you are stupid, you say stupid things, you do stupid things, right?
And you gotta get your ass beat.
But could you imagine your parents constantly recording you and putting you on YouTube? There's now a pressure on you as a child, right? There's a lot of pressures on kids today in the modern world, but there's now more pressure that you are responsible for your own parents' income. Some of these kids are literally toddlers, young fucking kids, and they're growing up feeling like they're responsible and they need to be on camera for the family's finances. But recently, there's this one channel called 8 Passengers. They're a Mormon family living out of Utah. And they were always kind of shady because the mom, they ended up sending the son away. They had a teenage son. And they ended up sending the son away to something called wilderness therapy, which a lot of teenagers like who are involved in drugs or like bad behavior get sent to. You essentially like live in the woods. You shit in a hole, like you're with a group for like weeks and weeks and weeks. A lot of these programs are controversial because a lot of kids have died at them. I think one of the kids died at the program she sent her son to. But she vlogged the whole thing. He got no privacy. She said why she sent him there. She told everyone she sent him there. The one day she got to go up and visit him while he was in this wilderness therapy, she filmed it. She filmed the whole time. This kid has been away for weeks and weeks, and he just wants to see his mom, and she's filming it when she shows up. When he gets back home, he doesn't have a door or a bed on the floor. And she says, well, that's because he's used to it. We want to mimic the environment he was in, which was just really fucked to me. But anyway, it wasn't anything concrete or definitive. Recently, one of her kids, after everyone was speculating she was abusive for a long time with nothing concrete, I believe one of her kids was found rummaging through garbage looking for food with duct tape around their arms and shit, and she was arrested for child abuse. So everybody's suspicions about her were right. She is a child abuser. Or alleged, sorry, I should say alleged.
Well, not alleged if it's on camera, though, right?
Well, the duct tape wasn't on camera. That's how the police found the kid. She could say, "Oh, it was one of the other kids that
He
did it."
did it to himself, man. He wanted to really get her mom
Yeah.
locked away. That stupid whore bitch, dude.
Yeah, I think they also found bruises or something on the kid. Something I will say, especially like I've lived in Utah. Like a lot of the parents there, they're just like very the way. No hate to Mormons or anything, but the way they like view kids is like they're super disciplinary and super strict, and sometimes it gets to the point where it's just like downright abusive.
What are you guys' thoughts on beating kids?
Well, there's studies that show that it reduces their IQ and it promotes physical aggression later in life. There's just studies that show a correlation between kids that get hit and a reduction in IQ.
You just beat them senseless? Like, what do you? How does that even work? I don't understand.
We don't know exactly how it works.
That sounds like bullshit.
If you're beaten during your developmental years, there are multiple factors that can influence IQ as you grow up. And if you're beaten during your developmental years, we don't know exactly why it happens, but there is shown to be a correlation between that and a reduction in IQ.
Interesting. So this family, this 8 passengers, I know vaguely what you're talking about because I was going to do a video on this topic, but to be honest, like I was watching the videos, it's just making me like depressed or whatever, but I was looking at their fucking like channel or whatever, 3 million subs before they were terminated, and the mom has like 500,000 followers on Instagram. How? Like if their videos are just so shit,
Kids.
On Instagram? Oh, I guess that's true.
These family vlogging channels, most of their viewers are kids, right? Because I know that because I used to watch Daddy 05 when I was a kid, right? And the kids don't really see like the problems as much as adults do, and also it's just more entertaining for kids. But what has happened here is really disturbing, and honestly, I would hope that there are some laws passed in the future to protect kids. Because I think they should have a say in whether their entire life is being vlogged, and they have to like be responsible for their parents' monetary income as young children.
Okay, but didn't you start your YouTube channel when you were like 9?
Yes, and I'm against that. I was 12 actually, but I'm totally against kids being on social media that young.
Well, listen, if there's any platform that is known for speaking out against stuff like this, it would be the Hooked Podcast. We have been championing for children's safety rights for years now in this program, so...
Yeah, that's why we're announcing our new co-host, everybody, Flamenco.
Oh,
welcome.
Okay. You just were waiting. You couldn't wait a single topic without bringing up... I can't even say the word, dude.
It's on the tip of his tongue every single time.
Holy shit, dude. You have a fucking problem.
Yeah, no, Aiden, you do give off, like, retard tendencies. And I was saying this off camera a little bit earlier. It's like, we're talking about this off camera. What were we talking about before in the call? Oh, the debating on Twitter. He goes on Twitter and he debates for like 45 minutes. He sits there spamming the notifications to wait for his opponent to reply over some stupid shit that he'll forget about in the same day. right?
Dude,
That's retard tendency number one.
it's
retard
like a
tendency
good-
number two.
it's like-
It'll be so crazy if I could actually talk without being uninterrupted, Aiden, you fucking bitch. How about that, Aiden? Every time I talk over you, you want to say some shit. How about that? How about I get to talk for once, okay? I haven't talked for like
okay when I
10
do
minutes.
it. It's okay when I do it.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay? Anyways, retard tendency number two, this flamenco shit. You have these hyperfixations in your brain of these people. Now, am I trying to defend flamenco? No, fuck no. He can die on the cross. Okay, fuck that guy, right?
He got the call, everybody. Hello?
Dude, it's so over.
It's so over.
What were you saying
Well-
about flamenco, Dumpy?
I don't even remember. He talked over me again. Just fucking. It's Aiden's podcast. The Aiden Talk Over You show, right?
Oh, that one really got to you, didn't it? That one really got to you, didn't it?
No, go ahead. Talk about flamenco. Let's talk about
Listen.
flamenco for the next half an hour, dude.
Listen,
right? That's what we're going to talk about, right?
I do agree with Dumpy, though. You know, Aiden, you do have these retard tendencies. Like, I remember when I first joined Twitter, I used to get such a thrill out of debating people online. Like, I would be like, oh, yes, I'm going to fucking own you. And then I'm going to refresh my notifications for like fucking hours and wait for you to respond. He responded. Oh, shit, I'm going to own him again.
And how old were you? How old were you? How old
Like
were you?
16, and then and now I just look at that shit, right? And you know, you grow out of that stuff, right? But you never hit that point where you grew out of it. You just still are like that, which is,
I'm like 3 years younger than you.
I mean, that's true. Maybe next year you'll be like, that's gay or whatever. But dude, like literally right before this fucking podcast, you were debating, and I know you don't want to talk about this topic for some reason, even though I think it's a good topic. You were debating about fucking Pokemon and if she's a whore or not
Okay, yeah.
for like
She's
hours
not.
with Bake.
Now, yeah, okay. Our next topic, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about GTA 6 and I
Okay, this is my time to shine. All right, my time
Dumpy,
to
go
shine. all
off,
right?
go off, King.
So essentially, iShowSpeed, one of the top streamers of all time. It's funny because the streamers kind of like range different platforms, right? This is kind of off topic, but I just want to talk at this point, right? So you have like iShowSpeed, #1 streamer on YouTube, right? I would say so, right? Then on Twitch, you have like Kai, and then on Kick, you have Aiden Ross. So they kind of spread around. But on YouTube, you have the iShowSpeed guy, #1. He's gonna do controversy every week, and the most recent controversy is like within like the last few hours, as of the recording of this podcast. And he was outside walking around, and a viewer of him recorded himself going up to Speed and said, "Hey, Speed, what's your thoughts on GTA 6 being allegedly $150?" Because Dexterdo put out a tweet saying that like it's rumored that GTA 6 is gonna come out and be $150. So this guy went up to Speed and asked him about it, and Speed's manager, with the quickness of all, this guy's like 500 pounds too, but with the quickness of this man, put his hand over Speed's mouth and like pushed the camera away, and that was it. That was bad. And he like ran away and abducted Speed. I have no fucking idea, right? But yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on this? Because it seems to me that like maybe Speed has like some involvement in the game and he knows about it. But other than that, I think it's just like super crazy how like, you know, this shit's getting like, oh, you gotta cover that up. Like, oh my god, you can't talk about it. It's like, does this guy like have fucking a job with Rockstar Games? Like, what's going on there?
Well, I mean, Rockstar Games has openly collaborated with like big fucking like celebrities or whatever. Like I think GTA 5, I can't remember who, but they used to have like these fucking radio guys on or whatever, do voice actor stuff. Didn't they work with Alex Jones before? So I mean, if they're working with Speed, yeah, that makes total sense to me. I could totally believe that. I could also totally believe that Speed would be the type of retard to accidentally leak it as well.
Yeah, I think that's why that guy, because it's like this dude is like, bro, he's never had any physical activity his entire life. Like he looked to be around the size of like maybe 600, 700 pounds. And as soon as the like word GTA came into the conversation, this guy literally like fucking tackled the guy recording and put his hand over Speed's mouth. Like what the fuck? Over his mouth? Like what? It's so strange. And he's like scurries Speed off. But Aiden, what's your thoughts on this topic?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay,
You don't know
fuck
about
you.
GTA? Go fuck yourself, dude. Of course you know about this topic. What are you
I know,
talking
like
about?
summers and summers ago every day. Can you get on GTA?
Can you get on GTA? Let's
I played GTA 5, but like I mean I don't know about the speed stuff.
Well, he
And
just
GTA
explained
6,
it to
I
you.
heard what I heard. Well, okay, so what I heard was I kind of zoned out. What I heard was
you.
that GTA 6 is gonna go for like $150. Is that true?
That dude, 150. Well, I heard they were investing $2 billion for the production of the game.
This
I
better
could
be
totally
with the
see them
weight and the
releasing
price.
it.
This better be the best fucking game ever. Like I better be able to. What I hated about like the old GTA was they would model buildings, and the developers would put effort into making like insides to these buildings, like the hospital that you spawn at when you die. There was an inside fully developed for this building, but you just couldn't enter it.
Damn,
Like,
I
you
don't
should be
know
able
that.
to. You should be able to enter
he's
more
right.
buildings.
He's right.
I mean, they are making the map bigger, which is good. But you know, I think that like little details like that are what they really need to hone in on. They've had so many years to work on this, so.
Also, the thing with GTA 5 I never liked, it kind of bounces off what Aiden said, but in the campaign, as you play the stories, there's like certain buildings you can go into and fully explore and see people like working in and shit.
Yeah.
But you
And,
can't go in free
but
mode.
you can't go in free mode, exactly. Like, for example, the Life Invader building, right? Where it's like basically Facebook, like headquarters and shit.
Yeah.
In the campaign, you have all these fucking geeks on Twitter debating. And they're on the computer and shit. You can like see them working and shit. It's like it fully fleshed out. There's all these different rooms and shit in the building, and it's super cool. And if GTA 6 just allowed you to like re-enter all those buildings, because that's what GTA 4 did, with a lot of the different buildings in the game, you could like go back into it and shit. But yeah, I think GTA 6 has to be literally the best game of all time. Like there better be like for example, like when you go to like the strip club, like there better be a way you can like abduct these fucking girls and have like a full-blown like sex minigame that uses every single button on the controller. Like it has to be the
yes.
greatest thing of all time.
You're a psychopath.
Yes.
It has to be the best thing of all time. Like this game, there's been so much hype around this game, and I feel like that's like a horrible thing with anyone, because it's like if you're gonna hype up something for like over a decade, there's like such an unrealistic standard that whenever this game does come out, people are just gonna hate it no matter what. Like I already know.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be fucking horrible. But I hope the game's good. I really do. I hope the best for Rockstar. How they handle GTA 5 kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because they had I don't know if this was like 100% confirmed or not, but I believe there were heavy rumors indicating there was gonna be like a single player DLC, and they just never did that. They just like put all of those assets into the online mode because they're like, oh, we can make money off fucking shark cards and microtransactions and shit.
Oh, dude, they
So,
gotta fix
I
the
hope they learn their
online,
lessons with
dude.
that.
Did GTA
There's so many
5
hackers. I
I-
join, I'm like immediately exploded by somebody.
Is this like a hot take to say that even if there weren't hackers, GTA 5 online is kind of ass? Now, I enjoy playing it with my friends. I've
Cold take.
had amazing experiences in GTA Online with my friends or whatever, just doing a ton of stupid shit. But the experience
That's how we
is
met.
very fucking, Aiden knows. But the experience is very fucking like buggy and hard to set up, and it's just kind of all over the place. And the fucking loading times are so annoying, dude. They gotta really fine tune that online experience for me. I don't know.
You know
No
what else
excuses
sucks?
there.
How, like you could be doing a mission and your friends can like blow up the jets, so you have to keep restarting the mission like that.
what
Dude,
possible
don't
reason
even-
could you have to cry about that, Aiden? Ben?
Yeah, when I first met Augie, it was me, Augie, and them. We kept trying to complete this mission, and I think we spent 2 hours. There's one part you have to go to the jets and steal them, and Ben just kept blowing up the jets, and we kept having to restart the mission. And I genuinely like, if I could strangle somebody through a screen, I would have done it.
Dude, and don't even get me started on the free roam online mode. Holy shit, it's just the fucking purge. Like, that's all it is. And it's like, you
Yeah.
can say, like, oh, well, people like that. Like, people love just, like, an open, whole city team deathmatch. And it's like, if you enjoy that, cool. But, like, why not make that a game mode and make the normal free roam GTA Online, like, I don't know, like, maybe if you just, like, grief players the entire time, you go to, like, a fucking prison or you get booted from the lobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's just, like,
I
so
agree with
ridiculous.
that.
It's like, you get rewarded for just like killing people the entire time, because in GTA Online free mode, if you kill someone, you get like a fucking score. It's like 1-0. This guy fucking owned you.
More
Super
aggressive
fucking
players should be like automatically like put in specific lobbies with like other aggressive
Exactly.
players.
You're 100%
And like
right.
players who are just doing more missions, not really messing anybody else, like they should be put into other lobbies.
Yeah, pussy mode.
I mean, like, they watch everything you
Okay.
do in the fucking game.
People
anyways.
don't want to play the game. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like they should like be able to like fucking track your movements and what you do in the game. And by the time it comes out, they're gonna like read into like what you're saying on the microphone and shit. And it's like, if you're just trying to have normal chill conversations, bro, fucking make me with
Can we
other
talk
people
about
like
that,
that.
actually?
You know?
Can we talk about how Call of Duty, they recently announced they've put AI into their voice chat servers where you're automatically banned if you break TOS through voice chat. Now,
That is
everything
so
that
gay.
used to be fun about Call of Duty is just gone.
Why can't I not say slurs in video game chats anymore? It's so annoying, dude. It's like a video game is the perfect fucking, even if you think the slurs are terrible, a video game chat lobby is like the one place where it should be totally socially acceptable and allowed and not anti-TOS at all.
You ask why I argue with people on Twitter so much? Because I used to have that. I used to sit in COD lobbies and trash talk, and now they've forced me onto Twitter.
Well, I'm banned from Twitter, so it's I had my fun with that shit. But
you had to have really said something bad to get banned from the new Twitter.
Me and Augie got banned for the same exact reason.
Just
fucking
telling
Mizkif
that he should game in himself multiple times over and over again.
Because I was gonna be like on my timeline now.
I had one tweet. Also, Aiden, what the you want to talk about fake friends? Oh my god, my friend Scrubby used me for clout and left me. Aiden, I've asked you 5 different times to send me a copy of the emails.
I don't
you
have
sent to
the
Twitter.
Copy.
Oh my god, everyone has a copy of your emails, bro. It's
All
in your
I
fucking
remember,
email.
You go to the actual like website and appeal it.
Okay, what did you say? You don't remember what you said?
I remember that for years and years and years I was submitting these like long essays, and I eventually realized
fucking nerd.
You just need to keep it short and sweet. You're actually the one that gave me the idea on what to write, and I wrote based on what you told me, and that got me unsuspended.
I don't even know how to get to that webpage, to be completely honest. I thought it was like an email system.
Just remember what you told me, because I think you're the reason I got unsuspended to begin with.
Listen.
I basically told Anna, I was like, oh, just keep it short and sweet to the point, and just like say you didn't do anything wrong
folks,
or whatever.
Augie's got a hot date with some Filipino dude.
Hold on now. What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, all right? I don't want to end the GTA discussion. No. One last thing on the GTA thing, all right? A while back ago, it was leaked or rumored or whatever. I mean, we don't know if this is true or not. But one of the playable protagonists was going to be a woman. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys down with that? Down with the fucking woman player in GTA? Or is that gay as fuck?
Oh my, you sound like the quartering. You literally sound like the quartering.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to fucking agree with me. I'm just saying, dude. Like, do you really want to play as some...
Oh my god, a woman!
Look, you're assuming that I'm gonna say that that's bad, but like, think about it like this, right? If you're playing as some like fucking BPD-ridden hoe, okay, and like one of your missions is like reconnect with your father, I think that'd be fun as fuck. I think that would be enjoyable.
You think that would be
fun?
That
would be a great side quest. Yo, Rockstar, listen, if you're listening, bro, get that in the game. Please, patch it in or something, dude. Holy fuck. Dude, GTA 6, no, fuck all this online shit. We need single-player DLC again. GTA 4, hands down. Everyone's going to disagree with me in the comments. Greatest single player in GTA history. Okay, GTA 4, if you haven't played it, pick it up. Get it on PC. Get a fucking performance mod because the PC port sucks. But they released, like, I think a year after the game came out, they released 2 different full-length single-player DLCs. We need that shit in GTA 6, especially because the map's going to be so fucking huge. Explore other parts of the map that you don't go into as much in, like, the main quest line or story, whatever the fuck. Because that's exactly what Rockstar did with 4. And they need to go back to that so we can get, like, more out of the game, in my opinion. But
based.
That's just me.
All right, boys. Well, I mean, is that all we have on the menu today? I mean, what do you guys think?
Oh, we got Nina Agdal too, but I mean, like, fuck her.
Yes, Nina Agdal. You guys want to talk about Nina Agdal, the whore?
No.
She has been fucked by so many dudes. Dudes.
Nobody cares. You're the only one keeping track of it.
It's like
she's unclean. My queen is unclean.
What?
She's not our queen.
What? That's how you think I'm covering Nina Agdal? I'm like, Dylan Dennis needs to stop fucking making fun of her, dude.
I don't even know who the fuck she is.
Oh, dude, she's Logan Paul's new wife, and she's been fucked by every man, including Bill Nye the Science Guy in Hollywood. All right.
Well, everybody, we have our topic for the next Hooked.
Oh, you're such a fucking blue baller, dude. What the fuck?
Honestly, dude, it's not even that bad of an idea because, like, this story, like, we're gonna record next week with the Nicholas Fatass Durio. The story is gonna progress up until that point. You know what I'm saying?
And we're gonna ask Nick if he would, and we're so find out next time.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I don't think. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching Hooked. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is going to be probably one of our last episodes before we're taken off the air by the ADL.
Follow the Spotify. Please follow the Spotify. Follow the Spotify. Spotify CPMs are cracked. Aiden will be able to fund his
sweet addiction.
His gay sex addiction.
I'm the only one that's sober while we're recording this, but okay.
How'd you know? No, I'm just kidding. All right, boys, enjoy the episode. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Give us a like on the fucking YouTube channel. Comment down below what you thought of the episode. Join in on the discussion. We'll be reading every comment. And until next time, see
Wait, no,
you on-
whoa, real quick. If you're this far in, comment down below. Pizza.
Pizza, cheese pizza, comment ping pong. Comment that below.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
All right, thanks everybody. Bye.